Okay, the winner is acceptance. You guys picked acceptance for me to talk about. I haven't talked to you guys in a couple weeks, so this is actually a good one. This is one I wanted to do anyway. I think the other one was perfectionism. I got something in my eye. Which I'm gonna do too. I write about that in my book a lot. So, book, the Date Yourself Project, coming out soon. Watch for it. Boop, 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 boop. All right, accepting something that has happened to you that wasn't so great, or even like a trauma, a tragedy, it's hard to do. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I've been there. Someone in a relationship cheats on you, is abusing you, is treating you awful, and it's in plain day sight. Like, almost everyone else can see it, but you can't accept it. Or you were just talking to somebody, or someone just died, and you're like, boom, it's hard to accept. You lost your job. When life throws us curveballs, sometimes it's hard to accept these things. Sometimes we'll make routes around, instead of like, here's something you have to accept, we'll make routes, detours around it. Instead of facing it, we'll make excuses like, oh, this isn't really happening. You'll start filling voids. I made a video about filling voids, also about gaslighting and projection if you're in a relationship. I also have a video about that on my YouTube. Gaslighting projection is basically when you're in a toxic relationship, and mostly with like a narcissist, a sociopath, that kind of stuff. It's a manipulation tactic to distort your reality on things to make whatever they're doing okay. So say like projection, quick rundown, projection would be accusing you of cheating all the time, accusing you of doing this, accusing you of being this bad person, the abuser, yet they're the one that's cheating on you. They're the one that's abusing you. They're the one that's, and you might just be retaliating, blah, blah, blah. Gaslighting is like straight up kind of lying. It's making you trying to think something's okay when it's not. So again, someone cheated on you, someone hit you. Oh, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't what that was. I'm sorry. I love you. Oh, that's love bombing too. All that stuff. Gaslighting. It's crazy making it, and it really distorts reality, and it takes a long time for people to accept this. Just like they think it's love, it's really trauma bonding. How can you love somebody that treats you this way? And how can you say they love you? They don't. But it's hard for people to accept this, especially if they don't know about it. Even worse. And that's like the biggest part, is like, how did this person turn out this way? Why did this happen to me? It's pretty mind-blowing, and it's a shock. I've been there. So accepting things, first step. Sorry, my notes are over here. Everyone who knows me knows I take notes all the time, even talking to people. Accepting would be the first step of like healing from something. You have to accept it, face it on. So sit back and think of what you're really trying to accept too. With this person, with what happened. Really just, this is like, I'm all about self-reflecting. Just sit back and like, honestly, another thing, honesty. You have to be honest about the situation. You have to be honest about that person, even if it hurts. The truth hurts. Even if you don't, cut the bullshit, cut the excuses. If you have to, get a piece of paper, literally write down exactly what happened. And then when you find your mind being like, oh, well, the excuse, or oh, this, or oh, it's basically facing the fear, accepting, right? Sit down, write it out, write exactly what happened if you have to share with a friend. And then on the other side, write your solutions. This is what I have to do, without the bullshit, without the excuses, without thinking too much. Overthinking could be your worst enemy, I know. And just look at it that way. And accepting something doesn't mean that you're moved on from something. A lot of people is like, okay, well, I accepted it, so now I moved on. No, actually, like I said, it's the first step to really healing, because now you know what you're really needing to heal from. So just because you accepted that, someone died, or you accepted that your partner was an abusive person, it doesn't mean that you're over it, or doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It just means that you've actually accepted the reality of things, and now instead of making excuses and going around and filling voids and all that kind of stuff, you can actually take it head on for what it's for. Because if you keep, it's like a cycle almost. If you're not accepting something for what it really is, you're never going to move forward. It's just going to be this cycle. Even if like you ended up leaving that person, or that person, you know, like I said, has passed away and nothing's changing, but in your mind, it's still going to be the same, if that makes sense. You know, like I said, the truth hurts, all that kind of stuff. Okay, that was actually a long talk right there. I was trying to make this shorter, but yeah, so like I said, points, not getting over it. It's first step, growing. It can be hard, and some people just, I've been there with a couple situations, with a passing loved one, with a abusive situation. And then once you accept something, I want to like bring this up real quick too. I wrote about this. Once you accept something, do not be hard on yourself about it, because once you know, you might accept something, but then the excuses come up and it's like, oh well, yep, you're right, that really happened, and I'm an idiot for ever putting up with that, or I'm an idiot for not helping more, and I'm an idiot for practice compassion, acceptance, compassion, and the way I do that is, say your friend came to you and was talking about the situation that you're accepting, and they start being hard on themselves about it. What would you say to that friend? Okay, I feel like Blue's Clues right now, like say that same thing to you. You're a person too. So boom. All right, guys. Well, that was my acceptance video. I hope it helped you. Like I said, I have another video on filling voids, gaslighting, projection, 5 red flag signs, all that stuff on my YouTube channel to help out with more information on things. Message me, follow my Facebook channel or Facebook page, The Date Yourself Project, the DYP. I got YouTube, I got Instagram, boom, boom, boom. Keep an eye out for my book. It's coming out soon, and I will probably talk to you guys in a couple days. I will make that video about perfectionism as well. So, all right, have a good October 2nd. Whoop, whoop. Bye.